Good morning. This is an opportunity for the hybrid sections of World History 102, that's sections 12 and 13, to produce a video response and thereby improve your class participation score for the term. What I ask you to do in your video response is to consider work that you know intimately. That can be your own work, that can be the work of a parent or friend that you know well, and interpret that work or consider that work through the lens presented by Marx and Engels in the Communist Manifesto. To give you an example of that, I'm going to do that for my own work. I'm going to read the Communist Manifesto, look specifically for references that I think are useful in thinking about my own work. Ideally, you can explain how Marx and Engels would see certain aspects of the work that you do. All right. So, obviously, I'm an assistant professor of history at Salem State College. One of the things that strikes me in reading the manifesto of the Communist Party is this. Owing to the extensive use of machinery and to division of labor, the work of the proletarians has lost all individual character and consequently all charm for the workman. Now, obviously, Marx and Engels were writing in the 1840s, and they were more interested in industrial laborers, people working on an assembly line, than intellectuals, faculty at a college. On the other hand, I work at a public state college. I am a heavily unionized, part of a heavily unionized labor force. So in a lot of ways, I'm precisely the kind of worker that they had in mind. I just don't get my hands dirty, if you will. The thing that I think about when I read that is the SIR2s that we fill out, and that is the student evaluations that are filled out and run through a machine, as well as the very hybrid nature of the educational environment we're moving towards. In other words, it seems to me that those are two examples where machinery, machine-based evaluation is being used in the classroom and in the educational context. And I would argue that that makes my job, as Marx would put it, less fun, less interesting, less creative. I have less of an opportunity to engage directly in the kinds of higher level thinking and conversation with students than I might like. I'm not saying it's all for the good, all for the bad, or anything like that, but that is the looking at my job through that lens. That is the element that I see fitting nicely. Again, those SIR2s, those Scantron sheets that everybody is filling out currently on all of their faculty at the college. It's an effort to mechanize measurement of labor, look at output, and so forth. By the same token, the move towards hybrid classes and online classes and the use of WebCT as a mechanical means for delivering content, for doing assessment, and so forth, is, I would argue, a mechanization of the teaching, the educational experience. So there you go. That's my interpretation of my own job. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you and hearing about your jobs and how Marx and Engels, as represented in the Communist Manifesto, might interpret your jobs. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have, but I really do look forward to you posting some videos in response. Bye-bye.